Maybe Archon a bit, but they've fallen off now.
This is my
Cloud9 is probably the favorite coming in.
It's my first time getting to cast Cloud9. They've got the hot young gun Ritsu, who's been the talk of the town, along with Miracle, is probably the two biggest unknown individual talents, along with No One, who really obviously made his mark and proved himself at ESL.
Yeah.
So very excited to see how he does here on a bigger stage.
Should be a good game. Ancient Apparition first pick out of Complexity, which I feel like isn't something that I've seen ever.
It's weird that they pushed for an AA and a Wisp was out there. They decided not to go for a Wisp and opted for that AA pickup instead.
Yeah. Dark Seer afterwards, Winter Wyvern, the classic combo, followed up by the Ember Spirit second pick here for Complexity as well. So a lot of magical damage. One of the things that I feel like is kind of interesting about Ember Spirit as a hero is that he needs a lot of farm on him to start doing the physical, and physical that ignores armor reduction that you get from the cleave. But in the mid game, he has a heck of a lot of damage that comes out mainly by virtue of his spells, the remnants being tossed out there consistently, Searing Chains as well, being able to get the long range stun off with Sleight of Fist going on. And so that combo there with Ice Vortex is kind of interesting. I wonder if we're going to see some levels put into that, or just sort of the classic chilling touch that you see out of Ancient Apparition.
I think it depends on the rest of the draft. I'm not sure you want to go for highly leveled Ice Vortex just for an Ember, but if they get, like an Earthshaker, maybe one other nuker on top of that, then
Skywrath Mage.
Ooh, there you go.
then you have a Skywrath on your team.
Yeah, that's a good point as well.
You know what Ember is great with that we never see anymore? Elder Titan. Chains is perfect setup for the Stomp.
That's a really good point. Night Stalker banned out now, as well as Clockwork and the Spectre.
Well, Spectre has been a Ritsu hero for a while. They also, Ember is a top pick of his. Outside of that,
this is something kind of unique about Cloud9, though. When teams play them, they very specifically try to ban out the hard carries versus Ritsu because he just wins too many games for his team with them. Like
he still has a lot of options.
He's a young player, but he honestly does not make many mistakes.
Yeah.
Aside from talking too much in all chat and flaming Bulba. But
I want to say Slark is probably still one of his top options that he goes for. That's still in the pool. And something they could consider.
It's a Slark game.
Slark with Ion Shell's pretty nice.
That's true.
There aren't
He's
many.
great. AA is just total. Well, AA is good against Slark in the sense that if you Ice Blast him, he's quite vulnerable. But at the same time, he's also food for Slark if he gets caught.
I guess PL instead, but then your PL against Ember. You don't want to do that. So outside of that, you're kind of reaching. Unless you want to be manly and get like a Sven. I love Vacuum into stun.
That's pretty great. They got Winter's Curse there as well. All those things just.
Cloud9 are just gonna have their pick of the litter when it comes to supports here. They've already got the Darkseer Wyvern combo, which most teams generally don't give away.
There's the
but this is what happens when you ban out Anti-Mage first stage. Is you're gonna have to give up something else to the other heroes on the lineup.
They also banned out Alchemist, which is kind of an interesting one as well.
He's been on the rise lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in scrim play they've been seeing Cloud9 run Alchemist. I haven't personally seen Ritsu run Alchemist yet, but it's the hero that everybody's picking up, so why not?
America's been a little quiet the past 2 weeks. I don't think there's been many online matches, so
just
perhaps a lot of these teams watching ESL 1, seeing the rise of some heroes like the Doom, the Alk.
Certainly a possibility. This last pick here, Spirit Breaker going to be the other one banned out. So not going to be seeing that combo dual off lane from Darkseer Spirit Breaker, but still certainly a possibility.
Want to see Wind Ranger. Oh, this is something Brax is very, very comfortable with. I want to say it's in his top 2 pickups. Really flexed a lot of muscle with the Wind Ranger all through their Nanyang run. Helped secure them their position to qualify. And one of the last real big powerhouse remaining options in that mid lane, maybe outside of a Shadow Fiend, but I would be much more confident with Brax playing this Wind Ranger over a Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, Brax has really stepped his game up in the mid lane. Feels like he's way more comfortable with Cloud9.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's just more individual practice, if it's the effect of having 1437, who seems like the one other confident captain in America.
If Lumdun, who is also their coach and captain, they have 2 of them, which is, when you think about it, a very rare thing, especially in American Dota is having a very good leader, a good captain, and Cloud9 have 2 of them with Lumden and Deben on the same squad. One of them is going to be taking the reins more of playing than actually captaining, but whenever I talk to Lumden, he talks about how they just really exercise a lot, and the growth of players like MSS and Brax are tremendous. I mean, we know them for being crafty veteran players that have been around for a long, long time, but they have apparently been making some of their biggest strides in just overall, you know, players' skill as of recent. And, you know, I would agree with it from what we've seen so far, but we have yet to see Cloud9 really tested. So it's hard to make that kind of, you know, judgment call in the sample pool.
Time for a Bane for complexity. Good setup for the Ice Blast, obviously. Great lockdown. Can allow Darkseer kill opportunities very early if you sleep him while he's surging away. So if this is their safe lane tri-lane, it would be quite strong. Though generally it's Swindle who takes the Ember mid, right? So
Deben Silencer.
ooh.
Very interesting.
That's
Good
your
counter.
combo breaker for the grip, as well as a way to lock down the Ember.
Yep.
So I like that pick.
The other nice thing as well is that if there is an Ice Blast opportunity, like that's getting thrown out in conjunction with all the other things coming out here, then you have the possibility to lay down that silence, and then the Ice Path just keeps going. And while you will
I
apply
hate
the
that.
debuff,
When you're playing an AA against the Silencer, you like throw it out, and you're like, this is going to be a big ultimate, and then they cast Silence, and your ultimate just airballs and flies over everyone's head.
yeah.
That is a nice little quirk to have with this Silencer. So you look back to complexity now. Support's already established the Swindle hero, and they've managed to creep
There we
in.
go.
the
They
Brood.
do have Darkseer.
Yeah, they have
so
the Darkseer though.
They're somewhat protected against this, but
It's always scary.
you can still always cut the wave, farm the jungle.
I mean, if you're that good, and I know players like Mag are that good, they will pick a Brood, and it doesn't matter what the other team really goes for. I mean, yeah, they could ban out your traditional Axe and Darkseer early, but he has welcomed the challenge of those heroes, plus like Legion Commander and stuff, and has bested them. So
it's obviously not like the dream Brood game by any means, but outside of the Darkseer who's good in lane, they don't have like a Spirit Breaker or Storm who's great at ganking in the mid game, so or even a Bounty Hunter for the track. So I still think it's a decent Brood game, but a lot of course, it always comes down to just execution, individual play. And, well, for that, we're going to have to wait until the draft concludes. So what is it going to be?
the
Dakota?
Ritsu hero, he's not one to play like a core Axe or anything, so I'm not going to see that. Oh, Luna was a good ban.
Yeah.
PL, not very good against Ember.
Anyone else with good spread outside of Gyro and Luna? You can do a lot of AoE work and core.
Generally, you'd want to... I mean, you mentioned Slark, but you're up
Slark.
against Ice Blast, which is pretty scary.
Maybe now you have a Silencer on your team.
That's true.
I do like the PL pick. Like, Ember's pretty good against him, but I feel like he needs an item advantage over PL to really start shutting him down and sort of tearing him apart with the double Battle Furies,
What
Daedalus,
about,
or whatever.
maybe a Slardar? You get the amp damage to help detect someone like a Brood.
That just doesn't sound like a Ritsu hero.
Oh,
Okay.
Sven.
This is
Alright.
in the middle. Definitely more of a... Oh, you mentioned it,
You
Dakota.
called it early.
Darkseer Wyvern.
Chip.
All right, take another chip out.
There we go.
The vacuum into the Stormbolt. You got your huge cleave now.
Too good.
Hold on, there's not
The
that
double
many.
prediction.
Look at all these green and red chips in here.
Which
I know.
one are you?
It feels bad.
I'm black, right?
If you call a pick, you're allowed to take
a
one
ball-
out.
like
We've
a-
made a rule.
It can't
No,
just be
we
like
made a
that.
rule.
Yeah.
Production penalty chip for trying to overrule the casters. It's a blue. We're going in.
Boom.
They tried to question us.
All right, chance to make a call to get a chip out right now if you want to make something for complexity here. And what should be the Ziz hero? Lone Druid.
10 seconds.
There's no way.
What else is there? PL is the other thing he plays. But you're going against now a cleaving Sven. That's not the best. Lone Druid!
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Take another.
What the heck? Give me this chip.
What is this game?
NA Dota.
This is too much.
All right. All right.
Oh man.
Chill out.
Well, all right.
Jesus, dude. You're amazing.
I can't believe that.
What a god.
Yeah.
Coddle fucking guy. Whew.
Easy.
Well, that's a heck of a lot of push coming out pretty early on. You got Broodmother and Lone Druid just going to be able to beat away at those towers. It's kind of a little bit different. Like, they've got the AA there to be able to toss out the Ice Blast. Ember Spirit's got a good amount of damage as well. The Bane pick, I feel like, I guess mainly to try and shut down the Wind Ranger, potentially?
Yeah. I mean, can you be like that dirty Bane where you get enfeeble early and just disgusting? You just nerf down the damage now?
I think we're going to have to ban that word, by the way. We've been using it awful
What,
lot.
disgusting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every game, it's like...
Stop playing disgusting heroes.
That's fair enough.
You think everything's
Viper
disgusting.
and Venomancer.
Viper, Veno, AA,
And Lone Druid, oh my.
Weaver, Broodmother, Lone Druid now. Like, who's not disgusting? KoTL and Earth Spirit.
Nope.
Go beyond that.
I give props to people who can play like Shen well.
I think Sven's pretty
Okay,
human.
one non-disgusting hero on your entire list.
Omni Knight. There you go.
Yeah, he's pretty holy.
He's pretty...
Oh, we forgot the mango bet again.
Wow, well.
Whatever.
do-
It's going to
We have our own
disappear.
thing.
Who's going to get first blood bet?
Who's going to feed first blood?
Who's
bet?
going to feed first blood? I'm going to say the... I'm going to say the Brood.
Ooh.
Let's see. Did they start with Dust and Centuries? Yes, they did. All right. I'm cool with that.
Are you going to say Brood or you want to say someone
I
else?
want to say that. I want to be different, though. So, let me see. Yeah, you know, that's probably...
There's like
Brood.
no way
It's
Darkseer
probably
dies here
Brood.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah, MSS is a
Like if-
damn good Darkseer, too.
If there's
If
like
you-
a disruptor or something, maybe.
Yeah. I think your best chance, if it's not going to be a Brood and, let's say, Complexity get a first blood jump, yeah, maybe Silencer. But that would mean that Thebon would have to be way out of position.
Maybe the Winter Wyvern, actually, depending
maybe the
upon how
Wyvern.
Ultra Burn goes
Yeah.
out.
That's true. We'll see.
No, he's going to be getting the first blood on the Brood.
SVG is normally known to play a lot of aggressive kind of support. Someone like Jarex and style, he plays a really good Tusk. So now he's going to be more on a defensive kind of support. But
Are you about to get another call? Bane leveled and feeble, and now is just going to go mess with Wind Ranger.
yep, there. It's just you don't have many options. Just Brax is now going to be having a hard time getting last hits.
Yeah, Ember does need a bit of help early on, though he started with a poor man shield, so it's not that bad of a matchup if you have the PMS. MSS.
Unless he gets like the worst root luck
Oh.
here, like Surge, and then you get a root right then. I don't.
Well, it's a level 1 bear, so
see
you're
him
not going to
going
get a
down.
root.
And they're just punching him now because he has Iron Shell.
That's a lot of damage out there.
I mean, that's why I
really.
said Darkseer will die, because it's only a level 1 bear. There's no root, but
Oh yeah.
then again, he got some sick body blocks off there. Oh, MJW. He just missed his D ward, and they're closing the gap. He scurries away.
He might be able to easily reach that level 3. It doesn't look like he'll be potentially caught out. But if there's a kill to happen, I would imagine it's going to be happening possibly there on the bottom. MSS has a bit of an easier time making it away from trouble here. No, there's the curse, so no early glaive. Just going with the curse instead. Any
SVG's
chance he gets to see the Brood.
Yeah, this is... I mean, Brood has the web as a very cheap spell to cast if he needs to clear out the curse, and Glaive is definitely the better damage output, but just trying to harass him a bit. MJW close to the Soul Rain, though, at which point curse doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, still no points in Glaive.
No, I feel like, because normally you obviously don't want to take cleave because you don't want to push out the wave, but I do wonder how much it's worth it to do it. I guess bringing the creep wave closer
You
here
can
gives
also
it
save the skill points if
Yeah.
you want. What? What's the cast range is absurd. I did not realize that. That's like a screen long. Did they buff the cast range, or has it always been that way?
It's pretty huge AoE. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's really big. It's like more than 900.
And he was
range.
over here, and people went like here. It was crazy.
Like it though, means you're going to be able to do this more often. I wonder if that's something that we're going to see more and more. I mean, Bane's getting picked up. You want to be able to have him to have the single target lockdown for when you have these heroes like Quap getting picked up, and I feel like there is definitely a potential there for that type of thing if you want to win a lane hard.
Well, we're not getting this Brood.
Yeah, I think we we may have been wrong.
Yeah.
We'll see. MJW is just playing ultra safe, but he's also doing nothing to slow down the Sven or pressure the support. So he's not stopping the stacks. He's not really bullying them. It is not an easy lane for Brood just because it's a tri lane and they've got pretty good damage output. But this does somewhat defeat the point of the Brood. And once Sven gets, say, to level like 5 or so, he's very difficult for Brood to harass. So we'll see. If they rotate the supports, then the Brood can start having a little more aggression.
Stop it.
Hey, buddy.
Stop it.
Yeah, suck on that. Not slowing her down at all, though.
No, 18 and 5 CS, still beating out Swindle, now 20 with the help of Power Shot. She can just kind of knock down a lot of the creeps and then finish up the farm with her nuke.
It does help Swindle deal with the harass, though, as you can see. Even with the bottle, he's suffering.
Well, yeah, imagine what this would have been if he didn't have that Enfeeble going on. Would have gone a lot worse.
Yeah. I think it's pretty worth it just for that. So what is the Lone Druid build nowadays? Have you guys cast any Lone Druid lately?
I haven't seen the Midas thing.
The last I saw was the Mask of Madness Blade Mail.
I mean,
Clown show.
maybe an early Midas and then you can go Radiance.
That's
I'd
classic
seen what
Lone
it
Druid.
is.
That's pretty
Yeah.
classic, but that's still what I see.
I think I saw Zizzy do that before.
You have an Agnums now, but that's very luxury from what I've seen.
I saw Not Today run it with an Invoker and then just Alacrity up the bear.
Oh,
Started
wow.
go crazy. They took down the first tower in like 4 minutes
You
just
get
on
an
their
Ogre
own,
on your
and
team
then
with Bloodlust.
just a giant bear. Give me a hug. Love a chilling touch on it as well. That interaction still works. Yeah.
Does it?
Yep.
Oh. Not sure how much it's going to factor into the game. But today I learned something new. Dota is a great adventure. You feed, you learn, and then you own. The life of a gamer. They really want this Brood. Or
It's
at
like they
least
haven't considered yet that he's just found a spot in the trees over to the right-hand side.
it's pretty tough to get there because they don't have any. Well, they actually do a flying vision from Arctic Burn, but it's a really long
Yeah,
cooldown.
one sentry drop and a flyover, you'll be able to see if he's there or has his own ward. It looks like they either the ward he had there expired or they took care of it finally. But
Yeah.
It's too bad because he could have dewarded this. He had the sentry previously, like you mentioned.
Right.
Uh-oh. MSS.
Whoa.
Chilling touch. There's your
Wow.
first blood. Complexity. Get on the board here. Some late first bloods this series.
yeah,
Playing things very,
Or
very
this cast, I
defensive. Rack's going to take a bit of damage here. Does have a DD rune, so should be able to get the majority of these last hits and denies through this next one. He's in a pretty good spot, though. 28 and 10, 23 and 5, the opponent.
Yeah, this Ember is doing okay, but you consider how much help he got, and Brax is... It's always the nice thing about any hero with a nuke is, like, Enfeeble, Harass, it's amazing if you're, say, up against a Viper, because it's the only way to last his auto-attacking, but if you have a good farming nuke, it's an irritant rather than a showstopper.
And the only one that's really going to hurt from this is going to be the Bane, because Lone Druid is so stalwart in that lane. He's going to be able to just stay there consistently.
he's so what?
It's a word.
What? Oh, I just never don't hear it very often.
Stalwart.
Stalwart.
I like
Yeah.
it.
I read some books with.
I'm feeling downtrodden.
So what's the other word there? Screw you. I read. Damn it.
I believe it.
You should be humiliated that you got caught in the act of reading.
I know it's terrible.
that word before. That is the thing.
We've got the Alabaman over there in the corner just giggling about words he doesn't understand.
3 points in cleave now, by the way, for Sven at level 5. So,
I mean, this is Ritsu, right? This guy is a farmer. He loves creeps. I think he reminds me a lot of Burning, and even greedier maybe, but just in the sense that like he's if he ever has the choice, he'll always opt to focus on farming.
So yeah, is that where the Helm of the Dominator over something like a Mask of
and
Madness?
the cleave level up as well.
Because last time I saw Sven, it was Mask of Madness Sven, and he was like all about.
They're
the
both
fight.
farming items. Like either way, you're getting that over say treads or an early blink, drums, even an armlet to fight more, or even BKB. So
I think it also
either type of life leech is a farming item.
the extra armor I think helps a lot against Brood too. Like you need to be able to have that to deal with those
We
spiders.
are
I feel like to some
farmers.
extent.
Oh,
Jeez.
I don't know why that came out.
Our producer is increasingly upset at us.
What?
Sorry that we're having fun.
Look at all these creeps.
Windows can't even. This is too much.
You've done too much.
I'll be back. It's gonna TP home.
They've actually moved Darkseer down to the bottom lane now that the Sven's been able to move on into the jungle, and this is going to be Winter Wyvern just trying to toss out those Splinter Blasts as much as possible, keep her distance.
They
not
do
get
have a
caught.
lane ward though, so SVG needs to be careful.
Definitely.
Well, a cliff ward, but it sees the lane.
There's Ion Shell dealing a lot of damage to those little spiders. That's the matchup right there. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I am not feeling the
Surprised they
Brood's
didn't.
presence in this game, man.
Not
Yeah.
right now.
20-1, level 6, hasn't slowed down the supports whatsoever. This is like the lowest impact Brood I've seen in a long time.
How come they didn't just like swap the lanes at the start and just throw MSS to the bottom? Like that seemed like the obvious what complexity you're gonna do. You don't want to just put a Darkseer against the Brood at the start of the game.
SVG running away.
They're just worried about the Sven not getting a lot of farm against a lone Druid, but dealing with that bear too much.
I think they also just had confidence that the Sven can handle the lane because he's got good base strength. You have
Good
the war
support.
cry, and they had good wards as well.
Is he not hitting him with a sword?
Yeah, that's the shield that you punch it with.
It's
the
like
shield,
Slardar where they have this. Okay, he is hit, but Slardar, if you notice, like he doesn't even hit him with the weapon. He like hits with the blunt end of it,
Just like
or an elbow.
bludgeons them with
Yeah,
it.
he never actually uses the
It's like
weapon.
Yeah.
Or the Magnus kick is the best. The little Magnus like stumpy kick.
He's got those little, like those little hippo feet. It doesn't look like they should be very effective, but somehow they are.
It's called a Magnetor. Is that the race of people he is? I feel like.
The Magnetor, yeah.
I feel like that's.
What is
the
it? I only know
lore.
the
proud
the
and
Axe
noble.
Warlock Disruptor is the Oglodai.
Oh, jeez, that's a mouthful.
I mean, Ritsu is just free farming. 80 CS. Still the Ember staying close, though. They've done... This is what Complexity did to TI. They invested so much in giving Swindle a good start. Like, I don't think they actually played a straight 1v1 the entire tournament.
They do need a little bit of a jump here for C9, though. How are they going to initiate? Is it all on MSS once he gets a Blink Dagger? Or, like, how do they plan on setting it up so Sven can get in there and knock him down? Normally it's like, you know, Magnus RP.
Oh, you definitely want to blink eventually, but for now, I guess they rely on the Shackle. Speaking of which, down way 2, long range grab.
Shot, power shot, Arctic Burn, and Sal's
falling
gonna
low.
get the kill.
Give me a root. Give me a root. Give me a root. Doesn't even need it. And from the rear comes Swindle. Hello, guys. How you doing?
Secure.
It's me, Swindle Melons.
Nice,
Burning you to bits.
Swindle.
He might get the
and
double.
He's not able to get T-Bin. Remnant forward. Not gonna follow
Is he going
it
to get
up.
either one? He's got one more remnant for
Silence.
Brax. Silence does ruin him. In fact,
Oh,
Shackle.
Shackle.
He can jump back.
No,
Ooh.
Shackle.
Did get in
Jump.
room.
Oh, he might die.
Sorry, you can't disjoint that one, buddy. But he can jump to the low ground and make it away.
He goes from looking like he's going to get a double kill to getting
They're
neither
still
kill
hunting.
and
There's
almost died, and he
power
might
shot,
actually
power
die.
shot.
Oh, got him!
Are you kidding me?
That guy's Robin Hood right there.
Pew pew!
Very nice.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
They did have a ward, so that wasn't a blind shot, but still a very nice one. That sucks for Swindle. He went from a double kill to dying.
That's silence. That's silence.
Really
Oh,
well played by
good.
1437.
Nicely done. Meanwhile, Bearman just hitting up the top tower here. Does look like SVG's going to be able to lay down the Arctic Burn. That's a
Uh-oh.
lot of damage.
That's a
Ouch.
eesh. Does not have tranquils either, so
That's nice here when why we're going against a lone druid. Just always target the bear with your Splinter Blast.
yeah, he's like, I need tranquil boots.
Yeah.
I think I should buy a pair of tranquil boots now.
Definitely makes sense. So I think, yeah, Wind Ranger probably, you mentioned that how do they find their initiation? Getting that blink tag. Oh, never mind, going for Aghanim Scepter. I kind of
Who?
thought that,
Oh,
that would be
the-
the way to go.
The Wind Ranger. Yeah, I think Brax goes for that pretty standard build. Just Ags into Blink Dagger. And then your damage item is flexible.
Okay.
The grip. That grip. Oh, Global does come out, and MSS is going to be able to surge away. They turn back in. Shackle, they got the dust ready to go in case Brood wants to engage, and MSS will clean up. And MHW has to get the hell out of there. So Cloud9 turn around again. Convenient global silence from the one and only 1437.
Meanwhile, Ritsu about to hit 10 CS a minute on Sven. I don't even think many of these are spider lanes because MJW did a pretty good job of just keeping them away. It's almost only real creeps, I believe.
This is just where he's living right now. He's super happy.
So he gets a Sanj. Sanj and Yasha likely the builds.
Sometimes you see the blink dagger, but I guess
I don't know why you got a Sanj if you're going Blink.
Yeah,
though.
totally. But I was wondering if maybe it would be like switch it up and go into a Shadow Blade type thing, but that seems too clunky to me. Yeah, definitely Sanj and Yasha. Movement speed, attack speed to some extent as well.
What else could it be? Halberd for the bear.
Be interesting.
I feel like Ritsu is just not the type of player to buy a utility item. To me, this is a guy that wants to get the damage items, be a carry, and
that's why.
There's the band developments. Yeah.
It's building like a gyro.
Yeah.
It's okay, they have time. They don't have the ideal setup for this Sven yet. So might as well just keep the farm active here. They have the good counter fight with this global silence, a quick rotation, Winter's Curse, turnaround, and Complexity could be in trouble. Is this AA level 6 yet? Have we seen many Ice Blasts this game? I didn't even realize he was there.
He is.
Level 7.
He is finally level 7.
Does he have a Midas recipe? Is that what he has? No. Yeah.
He does.
Oh, wow.
He's been given a little me time up here
Yeah.
on the top side
He's
of
got
the
some
map.
good farm.
Ooh, 3-man smoke coming in. Might be able to find a long-range Winter's Curse here on
Oh,
Ember.
if they curse Swindle. Oh, yeah. Swindle in a lot of trouble. Bane is there for the defensive sleep. Bit early, though. Swindle. Oh, actually not early. He had the Remnant up. Good play there by Z-Freak. Shackle's still going to
Oh, that was a hack.
Wow.
Poor Swindle.
Back reported.
They are really punishing him.
As you should. Ember has a hard time recovering with a bit of a sticky start.
And now the question is, can Brood do anything? Because still, we have yet to see any pressure, any damage from Brood.
Uh-oh, they get even here. He's going to be forced to pull out the global. He's on the run. Shackle not going to latch, but it creates the space for Teven to turn back and away. Now Swindle silenced up. They got a grip on the Brax here. Long remnant away. This stun's going to land, but he is way out from trouble. Z-Freak, though, his brother, will be the sacrifice.
Every time they go, they get globaled and they die. They need to fight when the global's down. They're just getting punished.
Just these fights, though, are too few and far between. So these big ulti cooldowns are just not going to be punished.
And this whole time down here in the bottom lane, MSS has just been consistently able to keep the Brood off. The tower isn't even below half health at this point. We're 15 minutes into the game.
And it's not even taking damage. It's still,
Yeah.
well, I mean it is, but it's at half health at 15 minutes.
Yeah.
How often do you see that? I'm reckoning it's like less than 15%.
17.
All these spiders are here as well, and you just walk into it with the ion shell.
Dakota, just keep them coming.
Oh,
Damn it,
yeah.
I couldn't
Chuck those chips right
all
in.
my bold draft calls now just get wasted by me doing some dumb dank shit.
Oh,
17. That one doesn't count.
Greg, we're losing. You can take him out for a little count if you'd like.
He hasn't even casted yet.
Oh.
He's good.
It's going to be a tough one. Yasha coming on out as well to Sven at this point in time. A was also able to pick on up his Hand of Midas. Going to try and accelerate that farm of his. Oh, so lovely. Well, Ritsu's just going to keep on hitting creeps.
I mean, in order for the AA to have an impact, they need Ember to set up ganks. Who else is going to do it? Bane, maybe?
Ember's going pretty greedy.
They're going...
here.
What is this? Why every game we just... Oh, fucking Midases.
Sounds so pissed off.
Now, this is a triple Midas strat from Complexity. They're building one on Bane. They have one on AA. Now they're getting one on Lone Druid.
Midas is so back, bro.
You know, they saw it in the last game they played, and they're like, oh, that worked
They're like,
so
we
well.
lost because we only had a Doom and 2 Midases. We should have had 3.
Nice.
Well, that was high council, actually, but yeah.
Actually, will not. Oh, yeah, okay. See you later. Global comes out, but it's after the death. That was like, let's all take a moment of silence for MSS.
Oh, that's awesome. But this is the point now. So global silence down. I feel like Complexity can really try and push their advantage here.
Yeah.
Take down the tier 2 tower, tier 1 tower rather. They've got a good period of time here. They'll make this happen.
I actually hope these Midases work so that I have an excuse to just get a Midas in every situation in pubs.
Right. Midases typically mean longer games, though. This really is the play style. It's just the game's going to be prolonged, and they're going to go late with the farm.
I guess the other thing here is with the 2 Midases up, it's 2, right? Just Bane and Ancient Apparition. Like, that does give a possibility here for Cloud9 to really sort of push this down. You got Sanj and Yasha on Sven, very much being able to get up in your grill and fight early. Wind Ranger's going to be picking up her Agnum Scepter here. I believe it might be on the Courier coming out to her.
They're
Yes,
about
it
to
is.
get really scary.
Yeah. And then after she wins a fight or two, well, they're also going to be taking this tier tower right
I mean,
here.
that's what I'm saying with the Midases. You're going to have a Bane with the Midas, an AA with the Midas, no other items, a Lone Druid who has a Midas and will have Radiance soon, hopefully before they start fighting. You're up against Mech. Global about a minute and a half off, but let's wait. Say they wait until it cools down. And Sven, who's gone for combat items as well as you mentioned the Ags. This Cloud9 are going to see these Midases, and they will be looking for a fight. So Complexity better have good vision, scout with the Spiderlings, maybe the Ice Blast. They got to be careful not to get caught out because they are not going to win a 5v5 clash at this stage, or even like a 3v3 type engagement.
Besides Midas, it's brown boots on Bane and brown boots on AA.
But they're going in, man. They're playing aggressive here. They do have the Ice Blast.
Greedy buildup. All right.
Well, they know Global's on cooldown. This part I do like. And by the way, guess who else is going Midas, apparently? Could be Treads for 1437.
Before 20 minutes, you can get that.
Yeah. I mean, they're getting one. That's fine. And the rest of the team already has their big fighting items. For the Silencer, he's mostly there for the ultimate. So
it's pretty obvious they know that they do not want to take a fight without this Global. So when they see a lot of Complexity missing, they get very, very passive. They want to wait back.
Well, and good call, Gabe. It is going to be a Blink Dagger now for Ritsu, so
he can fight down.
This is, to me, Cloud9 clearly making a team decision. We have all our basic items now. We are going to start running at Complexity or smoke ganking and finding pickoffs. If we win a fight, we take the tier 1 mid. We maybe rotate bottom, and then we look at Roche.
Oh, they want this Bane right now. Yeah, he's wildly going to back on out. Getting in position, a blast coming in.
Plants himself in the trees. Well, they saw him, I think, with the Ice Blast.
Crouching Sven, hidden pain.
Okay, Brax to get the tower. Ritsu to potentially jump in and get them
Hello!
both with the stun. That's what I'm talking about. The cleave is going to annihilate Bane, and now they're looking to go for Ziz. Can they get it?
That root.
Oh, that root. They're still got him with the Arctic
got a
Burn
blink
slow, though.
soon.
Winter's Curse range is going to connect. Ritsu's going to chop down the bear. Now looks for Swindle. Gets another stun off. Goes right into man mode, and will chop him down. Brax with a killing spree. 3 from Complexity, going to hit the deck. Cloud9 recognize the greedy plays from Complexity and are ready to take a fight as soon as that Blink Dagger comes together for Ritsu.
Credit where credit's due. Theban with a great silence there.
Oh, yeah.
Preventing the jump away of the Ember. Excellent 2-hero Sven stun. Like, Cloud9 not only make good recognition, but also just excellent execution here.
He is such a man right now. Ritsu is doing a hell of a lot of damage. When he's got that up, it's about 300, I wanted to say. It's absolutely nuts. The level 2 God Strength there in conjunction with just these fighting items. They're just ready to go. And I think that they can fight without Global, I think, at this point, honestly, to some extent. Maybe it's not the best fight that they need to take, but with all of these Midases online, the fact that Ember really hasn't built into another item, he's just got the Claymore, I just don't know. It feels to me like Complexity aren't in a position where they can defend effectively.
And is this Brood doing Brood things? You got to remember, Brood's in the game, not even a part of these fights, right? So you'd figure she'd be somewhere else taking over.
She did take the tier 1 bottom.
Okay.
She started to extend her...
But I want more. This Brood needs to be doing more for how much they're, we're getting spanked in that mid lane.
Spanked is right.
She has an Orchid. So if they move into there with one hero, she can definitely solo some people.
Well, she's not killing Sven. I don't think she's killing Windranger before she wind runs. You also have the Global if things get dicey to try and bail someone out before like that last spawn Spiderlings comes into play. Wyvern has a Glimmer Cape, so he's probably not dying. To me, the Orchid's just late. And if you're going to go it, you really want to have it when you're in a pretty commanding position and can punish heroes who need to come farm bottom.
Look at how much damage the 2 supports just did to Swindle.
Yeah, that's absurd.
He's having a rough time. He got a lot of help from the Bane, too. Like 4 or 5 times Bane came in and enfeebled, but Swindle was so close to getting that double kill top. Instead, he dies, and the game has just kind of folded the opposite way ever since.
I think that's the danger of just running that Ember Spirit against... Ooh, hello. Chappy Chappy. Against a Windranger. You can still do a good amount of damage with just your right clicks as Windranger. You don't have to deal with the Flame Guard as much.
Here comes Sven.
Oh, God. Global on top. Z-Freak eviscerated. Swindle's going to be soon to fall. Able to get away with the Remnant. Nicely done there.
What's this? No, okay. He's not that bold.
Wanted to reinitiate potentially.
Oh, he has a crit stick already? Oh, man. He's going to hit like a truck.
This is where Lone Druid struggles. If you have a Midas Radiance on your bear when Sven has these items, he's just going to kill the bear. Not to mention they have a Windranger who's honestly super obnoxious against
Easy
that hero.
shackle setups too with this bear.
He's about to get level 16 also, and then have level 3 God Strength, which is disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, they want to rat with the bear Brood now. Like, if you're Complexity, you're you're not looking to team fight. You're looking to farm your Embers, Battle Fury, angle for late game with Swindle. But Cloud9 has the tools to shut them down, I think. If they can initiate with Glimmer Cape, Blink Shackle, Global into Sven Stun. A lot of options to just punish Complexity.
Do you think it matters what Sven's next item is? Is Daedalus the way to go here, or can he kind of go for whatever he wants?
When you're this far ahead and they're just running from you, you just max your damage.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, Z's is going to fall down.
This is non-god strength, people. Okay.
Oh, the root! He's going to live!
Get the kill on the Wind Ranger as
Ritsu
well.
just hit the eject button and could have committed for the kill. May have cost him his own life, but I think he would have been fine. It was only Swindle really in position.
That's 1,000 gold swing into their favor. It's not bad at all.
Who got the kill? Was it Lone Druid?
Lone Druid, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Lone Druid. So that's the Radiance. Now
it was already
phase
complete,
boots up.
But yeah, now he gets even more.
Oh yeah, he already had the Radiance.
Sven's taking a double or triple stack here of Ancients as well. He doesn't care.
I assume that if you Winter's Curse like Lone Druid, he'll get hit by his bear, right?
I believe so.
I wonder if he can root?
I think so.
Root himself?
Stop hitting yourself.
That's a good question. I'm sure Twitch chat or 9K MMR fans will have the answers.
As many MMR as there are viewers.
Don't get to
That's
see
a little bit more than
33,000 MMR Twitch chat.
Don't see much Lone Druid.
Arteezy, you ain't got shit on us. Finally, the Battle Fury. It's a bit late, but it's still not all hope is lost for Complexity. I think where I worry for them is not matchup-wise so much as just execution-wise. Like, aside from that one death, Cloud9 just have not been making mistakes. They've been punishing CoL at every turn. Genki when they need to, farming when they need to, just a good balance of everything. Good item selections, taking objectives on the back of successful fights.
Reacting well to the enemy item pickups, everything.
But on paper, I do think this Complexity draft has what it takes to rat this out and potentially even take it late. But that said, they're going to have to find their openings elsewhere because bottom lane is officially occupied.
Yeah, I don't know about their anti-siege and their high ground defense, though. I mean, they have slights, but the sleight of fist damage isn't there yet. Oh, nice blast. Looking to get people from behind, but they sidestep it.
Oh, MJW,
wow, he goes
deep.
down so fast. They're going to get this bear as well. And now Complexity are going to be on the back foot. They should just sack this tier 2.
Swindle very dangerously near getting double hero shackled, and Ritsu also ready to jump in.
Just thinking about it. Oh, Brax will commit. Does not get the shackle, but oh, nice sleep to dodge, but he'll come back. Awake, and he's dead. MSS will also go down. Winter's Curse onto Ziz here. Splinter Blast, Shackle.
They're getting low.
Z-Freak bought back. He TP's in now, and they're going to get the quick grab on Brax. He's going to annihilate him with the good... Okay, all right,
They overextend big time, and Complexity with the heavy punish. 3 kills.
Good
it cost them
buyback.
a Bane buyback only. That's a gigantic win for CoL. Well, actually, the gold with the buyback, the gold not as much as what you would think. But the thing is, they're trading Bane gold for extra gold on Ember, as well as who else was involved in the fight? The Lone Druid. So to me, that's actually a really big win for CoL, even though numerically it's only like 1,000 or 1,500.
The thing that's slightly...
And more importantly, they may get Roche.
Yeah, the thing that's kind of frustrating about it is that you do get the Ancient Apparition with the kill. That is going to accelerate his Aghanim Scepter now. Only about 800 gold away from finishing that off. He has his Hand of Midas off of cooldown. So this next fight, I believe that they should be able to have Aghanims up on AA. And that's pretty huge. You're not going to be able to lifesteal anymore off of Sven. Winter's Cold Embrace, all of these things end up sort of coming apart a little bit. And
man, if they lose to a triple Midas Radiance Battle Fury rush... Oh, I don't know what Cloud9's going to think after this game.
I feel like they should have just taken that tier 2. That commitment from Brax after they already used the global and everything seemed a bit excessive, but yeah, maybe they just had a bit of overconfidence on what they were actually able to do. Not enough respect for Complexity and some good counterfight.
Silencer DCing.
That sounds so greedy when you say it out loud.
Yeah.
They went triple Midas Radiance Battle Fury.
It's so much...
And they're not even... They're hardly even losing. And the Brood did, like... I mean, not to pick on MJW, but basically did not slow down the supports at all. Took forever to take the tower. Mostly because Cloud9 just handled it well, but...
yeah.
If they win this game, man. Oh, my.
It's only 2,000.
I think Cloud9 are just going to look like, what did we do wrong? We had the one bad fight bottom. That was really it. But that was a pretty big turn of the tides.
I guess the one flip side of it is that the Midases didn't all come online super late. Like, they were able to get them at a reasonable time, I felt like. And because of
That's
that...
true. They were all like 15 to 18 minutes.
The push out of here, out of Cloud9, isn't necessarily the greatest either. Like, you do have the Wind Ranger who's going to be able to burn down towers to some extent, but doesn't have a ton of damage, really, and Sven was off to the side doing a good amount of just farming away. And I feel like if you're going to be going... Like, he did farm up the items they needed to fight, but you could argue potentially that maybe if he would have gone for the Blink Dagger earlier instead of the Sange and Yasha, then maybe he would have been able to punish it more. It's tough to tell.
Man, look at that. The power of friendship. Swindles just jumps back in, salves up Zizzy. They're ready, refreshed, eager to push on bottom.
Best buds.
Now this is where Complexity has to be careful, because pushing into C9, when they have every ability, you've got back into Winter's Curse, into Sven Stun, Shackle, Global to prevent any sort of retreat. They do not want to, even though they have a great fight there and they're catching up, they still are not the 5v5 draft. They're the spread the map, find pickoffs, play defense draft.
Get that bear. Beat the
time.
shit out of that bear. Boom. Easy gold.
Support animal cruelty, definitely a thing.
Nice, Dakota. Very classy. Keep it up.
I don't have anything against animal cruelty, you freak.
You don't have anything against animal cruelty, meaning you support animal cruelty?
All right.
It's all good.
Reported and banned. Keep the cats away from this guy.
It's definitely. I mean, the thing you mentioned right there as well, the fact that they weren't taking that fight down there in the bottom lane. They won. Complexity won the fight behind their 2-2 tower. I don't think that they can fight them out in the open at all. It's sort of one of those problems that you run into where you end up winning a fight because somebody overextends and then you think you have the possibility to dive on in. But I think Complexity now recognizing that are spreading out farming, trying to see if they can catch back up and have the Aghanim Scepter on the AA as well.
As you mentioned, that is a big grab for Complexity. This, let's see, who can they snipe with this? MSS is quite killable if they've got a carry locked onto him. Wyvern does have a Glimmer Cape, so a bit trickier. 1437, very vulnerable with only a Ghost Scepter, which is not going to help you against Ice Blast. So I think more importantly, it discourages pushing and grouping up, which is exactly what Cloud9 want to be doing around this stage of the game.
Well,
So.
they have Guardians just now on Darkseer as well. The recipe's being flown out to them, which is just another one of those items that, to some extent, you need to be careful about when you end up casting it now, because if you get it not a little bit too late, all of a sudden this huge item that you're investing all this money into doesn't really end up paying off.
You still get the mana, though, right?
Yeah,
as well
you
as the general debuff.
And also the armor?
Yeah, I think you
believe?
still get you get everything except for the heal, so.
Right.
Uh-oh. Ritsu, he wants to go.
The debuff is going to be nice against that Orchid of Brood, too.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
The Orchid does go to MSS.
Pounding away mid lane. Aegis up on Lone Druid.
Complexity are starting to feel more confident. I still worry about a push directly down the mid lane. That
One crazy, like, vacuum Winter's
this
Curse.
feels so dangerous, to be honest.
Sven has 4,000.
Maybe
gold
they're
above
just gonna,
him.
if they just chip and spread out very carefully. Worst case, you lose one hero. But if you just group and like death ball, oh god,
Uh-oh.
watch out. You snap Ritsu, and they catch him with the chains. Doesn't have a BKB, but he has the Daedalus and does a lot of work onto the bear. Kept alive by the Cold Embrace, but not healing through this. They do waste a god, well, commit a god strength, I should say, without getting a whole lot done.
Still got 2,000 gold ahead of it as well, so he can build into a lot of things. He's going to go for BKB next. Doesn't want to have to deal with their shenanigans anymore. Game's up.
Pretty sure Swindle really hates Teban right now. He spent half this game silenced or about to be silenced. That's why he's going Manta. Oh, here we go. Dire team does have vision up the hill, though. SVG in a lick of trouble.
Okay. Oh,
Vacuum
vacuum onto 2.
There's
Not
the
the setup,
global,
though,
the
for
follow-up
curse.
shackle onto Zizzy, but he's the Aegis carrier. Not the biggest deal if he goes down, and they get the root on Brax.
Here comes an Ice Blast. We'll hit on both Brax and MSS here. That's big damage. And then MSS is just going to easily shatter it apart. Ritsu goes in,
More
but
importantly,
it's a bit too late.
yeah, Ritsu down. The boss man has been defeated.
Complexity turning it around here. They're going to be able to push this further as well. You take a look at it. We do have the buyback up on... Oh, we don't have buyback on Sven. He's away from it. 400 gold.
Dude, Complexity might be able to at least take the tier 3 mid. Not sure if they can high ground, but they are lacking the Aegis. Lone Druid is very low, so it seems they may choose to play it safe. Back off.
Those spiders just got tore up by the Splinter Blast as well. I guess they can come back in. He did drop down a Remnant, so he's here.
They really need MKB and BKB on Sven, because that fight, he's forced to run away because the Ice Blast hit him and then he got rooted early on in the fight, and then went back to Fountain. Then later on, Brood's just auto-attacking him, and he's basically missing every attack, so
Yeah.
it's getting to that point now where Ritsu's got to get the mandatory items rather than the fun luxury. Well, I wouldn't say luxury, but the more fun, aggressive ones.
Ooh, Shackle onto Swindles. Ends up catching there as well. Arctic Burn just going to be laid down on top of the Ember, keeping him at bay for now. Going to be comfortable letting this slide for now.
Really good poise under pressure from KoL.
Definitely did not feel like a comfortable initiation for C9. It led him with that Ice Blast, so they couldn't blink in, and they also got a hold of the Wyvern. So when MS is committed with a vacuum, they didn't really have as much of a follow-up as they were hoping for.
That ward was really big as well. I think that someone may have canceled the Sven's blink when he tried to follow it up. I didn't exactly see, but he didn't do much after the vacuum wall, so he must have had it disabled or just not been in position.
Wasn't in Radiance range? No?
Oh, that could have been it. I keep on forgetting there's Radiance in this game, to be totally honest with you.
Oh, Winter's Curse. Broodmother
They
taking
gotta
a
get him down quick. They got it.
1,400 crit.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
You cannot let him auto-attack. He's still going to man-fight pretty much anything in this game, unless Brood gets 6 slotted. And even then, Sven with an MKB will still win that.
So I feel like this is a scary position right now for this Sven, because he needs BKB, as we were talking about, but he also, to some extent, kind of needs buyback, I feel like, because with the bear there, you can really push down these towers pretty quickly. Do you think it's worth it still to just go straight for the BKB?
On the Sven?
Yeah. Or save for buyback?
You're up against AA. I think it's pretty mandatory.
Yeah.
Just for the Ice Blast. You're still not going to lifesteal, but at least you're not going to take the bonus magic damage, which is quite substantial. And if you get rooted, you can also BKB out of it, which is nice. But yeah, there's a lot of things that still go through it, as you're pointing out. The root, the grip, the enfeeble, the Ice Blast debuff as far as shattering if you get too low. There's a lot of physical damage, so it's not one of those get BKB, become immortal games by any means.
Still got to play careful.
Brax is building up some good money, though. He's got 2,500 after already completing his crit stick, so can't count him out on the right click.
Yeah, he's honestly, when the game goes late, he's probably their more important damage dealer because he's much less easily kited.
Ooh, short respawn time on Roche.
Nobody with vision right now, but the mama about to scope it out.
Oh, is that going to respond right as she leaves?
MJW.
And bye. And back again. And gone again. And Roche will come back.
Oh.
That's so frustrating.
Is that the actual respawn or
What
just
the hell is that? I've never seen that kind of clock before.
It
That's a
said
dank clock.
15 seconds.
There's only one time, and that time is Roche.
It lied to me.
What? I've never
Is
seen
Roche
that.
broken? Tell me he's actually going to respawn.
I would have thought so.
I've never seen a clock like that.
Okay, well, action mid either way. Who cares about Roche when they're getting caught out in the mid lane? The global does come through, but he cleaves his way right through it, trying to finish off the bear, which almost is enough to finish off Ziz. Thank God they had the global, or that could have been really ugly. And Roche has respawned it. Well, I'm judging by the minimap, so I think just a visual bug.
Ember catches there. Very nice little silence there. SVG taking a good amount of damage. The turnaround with the focus fire. There's the Winter's Curse. MJW taking a lot from there.
Get hit.
Crits abound.
Complexity running in one at a time. They need to fight as a team. Now we're now going to bring in the bear.
See, now I just used a lot. They don't have much left over.
Oh, poor way too. Getting pounded on the sidelines. Can he get off another Ice Blast before going down? No, sirree. He cannot.
They're getting picked off here. Like, the team fights start and they sort of disperse like cockroaches to light or whatever, and then they end up getting taken out there. It's a little bit hard because you want to be able to keep that separation from Sven, but then when that happens, Wind Ranger's there to pick you off.
Seemed like they chased a little bit too far and not in a very coordinated fashion either. They wanted to fight because the global and the wall get used and nobody dies from it, so they're thinking, okay, this is our time to go, but they also had no Ice Blast, the whole team wasn't there, and running one at a time. So, fortunately, only losing the Brood, who to me is more of a support than a carry at this point, as well as the AA. He already has his eggs. Not the biggest deal.
Silencer ended up going Ghost Scepter here. A little more survivability.
Oh, yeah, he's had that for a while. It's just, you're up against a lot of right-click. Cheap item.
Yeah, it just... What that said, because I noticed that before, it's like, oh, typically your silencer's hanging outside the fight, but they have a lot of value on even being close enough to cast like Last Word and stuff onto the Ember Spirit. And to be that close, you got to have something so that you don't get your ass beat so easy. Ghost Scepter will help him get in there and cast it.
Swindle smoked and Complexity into the pit. He's going to get revealed on the low ground. He drops a Remnant right in front of the enemy team, and now they blink forward. Get off this fence, then Swindle is deleted. He can rejoin. No, actually, there's no buyback. Can't rejoin the fight. And they're just powering down the bottom lane. They're not even concerned about Roche. They're going high ground.
No, they'll pull back now. I think.
Okay. Just want the tier 2.
Maybe.
No?
It sounds like one of those things like, guys, what are we doing?
Okay. Now they want the Roche.
All right, Roche. But first clear that out. Okay, now Roche.
Technically, they don't know Swindle doesn't have buyback, so it's a little risky to force it.
Does he have a Remnant in the area that makes it? He does have that
Yeah, he dropped the
one.
one here.
Okay.
Which may give them a bit of pause, but in fact, he is not able to come in. Ice Blast will connect on 4.
Oh, did he get the kill? Oh, almost looked like it. No. It will not.
But the
they're
bear is
there.
at your door, and they need to get the hell away. Z-Freak looking to cancel some TPs and prevent this, as Ritsu is going to have to book it home the old-fashioned way. That allows Zizzy to rat it up, gets the Rex, quick TP out, no curse available, no back. What a great play by Zizzy.
Now get out that flame.
A Roche for a melee Rex and a tier 3. That may turn out to be a big mistake. But, I mean, that's on the Bane. Excellent play by Z-Freak there.
Really well done. That's something that you don't often see. I mean, usually we end up seeing the Roche trade. It ends up being for something like a tier 2 tower, and I feel like that's completely and totally worth it.
Yeah, they'd rather get the Roche and then take our lane of Rex without having to give up at Aegis, but it's still just a great reactive play by Complexity.
Bearman's got 3,600 gold.
I think, what do you get now? There's no, oh, there is a Solar Crest. MKB's not bad. Abyssal's still an option. I think those are really the main two. Maybe Bulldog has some suggestions. He's fiending the chat at the moment.
Hey, Bulldog, what's up?
If you want to help out your brothers in Complexity, by all means.
Get that Agnum sucked out. I want to see it.
DD down on the ground as well down bot. That's one of those runes that can make a big difference.
No, they didn't quite see it. So they're still going for this. Brax blinks up to the high ground. He's got a BKB as well as the Aegis. Gonna win run back.
Continuing to flirt with greatness here. Make something happen. Sleight of fist down. They're keeping the creep alive. Shackle doesn't latch. Arctic burn on the bear. Just gonna punish that one a little bit more. But still not really committing to anything yet. They don't want to put themselves out there and have the turnaround. Like after you lose that melee Rax, now you definitely have the potential to just run on in there if you lose a big team fight, and Cloud9 could be in some trouble.
They, for now, are being very patient about the siege. A fresh focus fire. This time out of the bear, though. Not quite enough to finish off. Can send it home for a bit of healing, but that's going to allow Brax to continue to plink away.
He does have a summon, too.
MJW just sneaking around on the sidelines here. Maybe hoping to cancel a blink.
Well, I heard a BKB. Whoops. Uh-oh.
Don't worry, nobody saw.
Dancing around so much, you slipped your button there. You shoot your eye out, kid.
Okay, they don't know. It's fine.
Oh, tier 3 tower ends up done.
All right, Brax is going to get away with it.
They're just going to keep on going in with the Exalt like that. They don't need to commit. That's the beauty of having Wind Ranger versus
Well, and she
a
has
lot of the other melee carries.
She has the Aegis, too, so she's super comfortable doing this, and you've always got the backup of Sven just being able to jump in. I guess it's a little bit dangerous with the Radiance, but
they just don't have enough single target bursts to punish this.
Get that bear. Get that bear. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
A-Blast catches onto 2. Brax running back. He might actually pop this if he's not careful. He's taking a good amount of damage. Just trying to
They
create
really
that
want to pop
separation.
this Aegis. I
Oh,
don't think
God.
they're going to be able to.
He always has BKB if all else fails and needs to burn through the last ticks, but he's going to be fine.
Satanic. Now complete for Sven.
He's ready to go.
He's a swole man.
He's a big guy. Big
He's
boy.
a swole man.
3,100.
Satanic versus AA with eggs.
That's confidence
Huh.
right there.
Would you have preferred something like MKB potentially?
They don't have any evasion right now. There's no Solar Crest actually. But
Moonshard.
Oh.
I don't see him lifestealing very much this game, to be honest. But it does give you some raw HP, and if you don't die, you can use it to quickly heal up. So it's kind of a pseudo fountain trip. But yeah, this is not a common grab versus the Aghanims on AA.
This looks like A might be going for a Lotus Orb potentially.
Going in here, Sven just manning up on the bear, commits the ultimate off the bat, gets back into
Oh,
it.
the Satanic's not going to go of much use. He got hit with the Ice Blast here, but
It's
doesn't
okay.
need to use
He's
it.
still a beast.
Yeah.
No resummon on the bear now for another 40 seconds.
This should pop Rex.
They might quick fight now while Ice Blast is down. Do they have global?
They already committed
They
it.
already committed it. I don't know. Cloud9, they can commit for this? First game. Want to get that first win.
A little bit scary now.
Ritsu looking for the jump in. He does get slept. They still have a Fiend Script available. No
Brax
global to
hands it
cancel it. Who do they go for? It's Brax.
Oh, poor Brax.
Caught out, but MSS is there with the... Oh, no follow-up. They get the curse off just in the nick of time, and Z-Freak in trouble.
Ah, he's gone for sure. Ritsu steps in, help to clean it up. He's dominating now. Only one rack standing here in the mid lane. They can't clear it, but
This Sven is just... Look at the armor. He had... Look at it. It's just...
Jeez.
When the
That's
Warcry was
terrifying.
active, he had like 50 armor, and that just makes the Ember ineffective. Actually makes most of their damage ineffective.
So what do you... I felt like they were going to keep on going there. They kind of backed on out after taking the ranged racks, and there's kind of an opportunity with Bane down and no resummon on the bear. Is just a little bit too worried about counter
They
initiation.
might want to wait for the next Roche. It's
Okay.
just so annoying to push into Ember AA.
better safe than sorry. I
Find
mean,
a
how many
pick
times
up.
do teams barely not make it into the next round because of the one
Oh,
loss?
Swindle top lane.
Oh.
Ends up taking down the Ember.
Well, so he has a buyback. 70 seconds to
I
wait.
dropped the
Otherwise,
ball on that one, guys.
Cloud9 wanna.
I dropped the
force
ball
it.
on that one.
It's okay.
He just got
Shiz
caught out,
happens.
or...
It was a wind rain. They dodged the shackle and then jumped forward with the Stormhammer. Got the kill.
That's a pretty big kill, because if Swindle has to buy back here and they kill him again, it's pretty much game.
Shivas. It's a lot of damage. I always wonder for Wind Ranger.
I still want to see the God combo.
Oh, yeah.
Vac, Shackle on 2,
Winter's
Sven stun,
Curse.
Winter's Curse on everybody.
Yeah.
They're just going to lose this melee racks.
Oh,
Oh,
Ritsu.
Ritsu's a man, though.
Yep, but
One
Z-Freaks,
Z-Freak not gonna get him.
a sneaky little invisible, disgusting nightmare demon. See, we are using the word too much.
Uh-oh.
Look at that, plus 541 damage.
Jeez. Cold Feet Nightmare.
Oh, you think it's solidified, but it doesn't matter.
His
Cloud9
beacon is-
quietly going for it, while elsewhere, Complexity on the rat. Can they cancel TPs? Z-Freak was hoping for a sleep, but everybody gonna get back. So it is a 2-2 way to Brax. MJW.
Oh.
Absolutely fine. MSS not able to get the job done. This is not over yet, guys. They may not be able to take the easy team fights, although MJW, oh, gets out.
Really
No
close
stuns, no MKB yet.
Did they actually take down the whole racks down there?
So it's a full 2 full lanes against 1.5, including a melee. So Complexity, they're keeping in position for a potential throne race, and that's where Sven, Boots of Travel is the order of the day.
Lotus
really
Orb pickup on way 2.
That's really smart. You mentioned that
Great
in
against
another cast.
Yeah.
It's easy to see a Shackle shot coming in. Very easy to see a Sven stun coming in.
Or
You
Winter's Curse, but
Yeah.
generally Wyvern's not next to his teammates, so I'm not
But
sure about that.
The purging capability, getting rid of the silence, is big.
That's true as well.
So Lotus Orb, I wouldn't even be surprised if they consider getting another one on their team. I think it'd be very useful.
Silencer just
So
got
many things to
refresher.
Echo Shell, and great to purge off the silence. I want more. More Lotus.
Cloud9, 46 minutes in, guys. They're opening their debut match here for
And
the
have
Frankfurt
they
Major Qualifiers.
won yet? Complexity in their last series, did they drop both those games? I think so.
1-1.
All right.
Oh no, that was the HCWP game.
Yeah.
They ended up going
Where they went
1-1.
for the Weaver.
Yes.
The Weaver Omni Knight Doom Razor draft. That did not work.
Mr. Weaver.
It's another short respawn timer on this Roche as well.
So the Daedalus finished off on the Wind Ranger as well, and you got the Refresher up on the Silencer. You've got a lot of damage, a lot of control. It's going to be pretty terrifying here, this next team fight.
What does Silencer have? Does he-
Refresher.
Global.
You got Refresher?
Double global.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's good.
That's potentially a game-winning item right there.
Oh, yes. Double Ghost Scepter.
By the way, can you believe that T-Bin has not died yet this game?
T-God, dude.
1-0 and 2. 47 minutes in.
Against a Broodmother. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he laned against the Brood as a silencer and he didn't die.
And you're going against Ice Blast and everything. That's very impressive.
Oh boy, MJW. Doesn't he? Oh!
Oh!
Close call. He faded just in time, and they do have a gem, but SVG was out of range.
Now the Roche Dank Clock still hanging out here.
Oh, yeah?
Hasn't responded yet.
Yeah, that's weird. It's clearly some sort of graphical bug for the last, like, 10 seconds of the clock.
Now.
We didn't see it on the previous games, though.
Yeah, this one for sure, though.
Both sides have pretty decent wave clear-ish. I mean, you got Ember. You know, Broodmother is pretty great at being able to clear out waves. Then you got Power Shot, Sven, Winter Wyvern, Science Shell. Probably Cloud9 a little bit better at clearing out waves.
What about this Wyvern? Anything luxurious on him yet? Refresher for himself?
He's
Almost.
not that far off.
Refresher's huge.
I feel like they get the Wyvern Refresher, and if they even have a halfway decent Winter's Curse global combo, they just win.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better than Buyback, potentially, even?
I mean,
No, I don't think it's better than Buyback. Because Complexity have 2 lanes. They can attempt the Throne Rush.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they have the Bear. That thing demolishes towers.
Oh?
Although it does not
No
demolish
root.
Fritzu.
It's tanky.
MKB now done on the sticky, icky spider over here. Okay.
It's just they don't have a lot of lockdown.
Yeah.
Like their only proper disable is Fiend's Grip.
I don't really very often see Brood get away with being in there being a fighter either.
Not against this. Oh, this could be a great Ice
this is
Blast
a
though.
big Ice
Brax
Blast.
gonna get debuffed by it and will blink out right as it connects. But Z-Freak
Oh.
finishing off 1437 also baits out the Global Silence. That's an opportunity potentially brewing. Cloud9 wanting to retreat. MJW, will he get the MKB proc? Will they have a chains in time? No. Makes it home, and while that was happening, the Sven managed to run down way 2's Ancient Apparition. They're they're getting out. Cloud9 do not want to mess around while they've got no silencer.
Just a support
No
for
buyback.
support. They got their Aegis. They got the cheese even still. So,
Brax
they got
doesn't
one
have
or two more.
TPs.
yeah, it would be worth it for them, but they didn't.
Brax
Ooh.
doesn't have a TP.
That's awkward. He can blink into their base and run for it. That's kind of risky, though.
Yeah.
Probably waits until he sees the Bane and the Ember on the map, and then he goes for it.
I think that global saved their life right there. If he doesn't get that off before he dies, then they definitely have some catch.
Yeah, it's the new bear functionality. Ooh, look at this cosmetic.
I'm just like watching for Brax. They just pinged him out.
Uh-oh.
What's he gonna do, Brax? He gonna run straight up? They're guiding a path for him. Like, dude, just go straight down. We'll meet you halfway.
Brax,
We'll get you home.
start
okay?
blinking. Power shot. Blink.
All right, here we go. Oh, he's gonna cross this. No, don't go in the lane. It's a secret mission.
All his teammates are here. They might actually be able to find Spidey. No.
Yeah, he's good. I was hoping that to be a bit more exciting of a way to get him out, but
I was really hoping for him to run into their well to buy
Yeah.
a TP. That would have been.
that was a man thing. To
Oh,
do.
this is the game-winning double damage run, guys.
Ah, yes, perfect for Sven.
Oh god.
Yummy,
Ah,
yummy,
let me
yummy.
just dance with it. Yes.
What's his base damage gonna be?
Please go fight now.
It's going to be ridiculous.
Oh,
I
is
think
that bear?
it's gonna be
Dead?
like, what, 800 plus or something.
Ah, free bear.
If he got strengths.
Look at him kill this bear.
Well, not his base, just damage. Sorry, his
All
total
right.
damage.
Three shot. Oh, nice poof.
Oh, he poofed the bear back? Dang.
Oh, I totally missed that.
Well, don't worry. They poofed the bear away.
Poofy poofy.
There's a poofin'. His DD is actually already more than halfway through.
They
so.
do have double Lotus
another
Orb
Lotus
now.
Orb. Yeah, I'm
This
telling
could
you, this Lotus Orb
actually
is huge.
this could actually ruin
They're-
Cloud9 if they like Lotus Orb a Shackle and it goes the other way, or
Winter's
Winter's
Curse,
Curse.
Or Winter's
Stun.
Curse.
Like, it's gonna happen. Like,
that's potentially
in
just game
the
ending.
shit show of these fights, you cannot be like, oh, gotta wait. That guy's got a Lotus Orb right there.
And
People are just gonna go ham.
And remember, they also have the MKB on the. I thought Swindle had one. No.
This is big. They're gonna.
Yeah. They need more MKBs to deal with Brax. Honestly, I think he's. It's not that he does more damage than the Sven, but he's much more able to get off his damage in the fights.
I mean, even Demon can like accidentally last word himself. And
Yeah.
there goes your precious globals.
The other thing, Ritsu here is pushing out the top lane. He's going to be ready to TP in any point in time. Well, Bearman is going to have to get back there as well.
Boots of Travel count 3 on Cloud9, 0 on Complexity.
But yeah, now it's 2 people. Who do you prioritize removing the silence with these Lotus Orbs? You know, want to make sure obviously the Ember is going to be good.
No creeps in the base just yet, but they bait out the glyph while the backdoor regen was going. That's a mistake by Complexity. Might get punished here.
They didn't Lotus anything. Oh, Swindle's dead.
Swindle goes down. Global number 2 available, and now the Brood just runs through the middle of the fight, but she's not getting anything done.
God's Strength is worn off. That was the buyback by Ember. He's moving forward, trying to catch somebody if he can.
They've already TP2 out. This is, Complexity want to get some cleanup kills. Ritsu would be ideal. Radiance is affecting him. He's going to have to fight.
Oh, yeah, this isn't going to go well. Immediately getting taken down.
Careful! Danger, Will Robinson! They're going to lose the Brood off the bat. They do have to pay with a Sven. But now, instant BOT's bottom lane. No! Cancels it. I don't think the creep died. Pretty sure there was a manual cancel.
He was going to be alone. Why would he
That
go there,
was
though?
that was probably T-Bin saying no. What
Like,
the hell do you think you're
excuse me?
doing?
What the hell?
Do you think you're gonna throw this game? Absolutely not on my watch. Get back here.
He's like, just
Coming
come
mid.
with the team. We'll push. We'll push.
Chill, buddy. It's okay. Rubs his tummy a little bit. You know.
Mid lane and chill. Here we go.
The wall is still there, hanging out. It's a lot of damage coming out of him. The MKB, everything else, but he did really burn through all of that. Like, being able to go up against the AA there and have the no regen coming off of your hits, it's really tough, I feel like, for you to be able to sustain it all for Sven, even though he does have that about 3,000 HP right now.
I mean, if anyone wants to just have a little man fight with Sven, they're gonna lose. But
You group up
that's
on
a
him.
given. You do not fight the Sven head on. You kite the Sven. You poke at the Sven. You prod at the Sven. You jab him. You never engage.
Aegis just reclaimed now.
Did Wyvern die in that fight? Does he still have a lot of gold? Got to be close to that refresher.
Oh, he
right
bought
now.
back.
He bought back.
actually.
Oh, he bought back? Oh.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
Okay, so no refresher dream going to be happening here for the Wyvern.
Just glimmer and blink.
Was also the Ember buyback, of course. So
Yeah,
Swindle
because
has had these items for like 15
they,
minutes.
they
He has just
globaled
not
and got a hold
not
of
gotten
Swindle,
anything new in a
and
long
they didn't
time.
Lotus him or anything to get him out of that little bit of trouble.
No root.
The whole time top lane pushing in. This is going to become a little bit of a problem here in a second. They're going to have to sort of split their forces and deal with it. But I guess Ember can push it out super quickly.
Even just the bear would be able to help, I guess, relieve some of that side pressure, but
Sven just counters the Ember. Just doesn't do any damage. Not while the war cries up.
Man.
Crouching on the sidelines, MJW wants to go in. They're going to stun the bear, try to commit on it. Lotus Orb gets popped, but a second too late. And now they grip, but insta-cancel by a Shackle, as well as a Global. MJW still doing work on Ritsu, but now the Winter's Curse coming out. Hey, Ritsu will die. That's a dieback on Ritsu. They need Brax to do the heavy lifting. He's in deep. He's going to go down as well. Has the buyback, guys. This is trouble for Cloud9.
uh-oh, Root as well. Thieben's in trouble. Thieben's to go down, and Ghost Scepter's keeping him alive for now, but eventually the Cold Feet will proc, and he will get chained on down to his
You
death.
just charge down mid. In case that wasn't clear, Swindle, a gigantic screw you Cloud9 arrow is struck.
Oh,
They
this
are
is
fighting
scary.
against the big creeps, though. We'll slow their progress down a little bit.
Wind Ranger does have buyback, so they're going to be fighting 4-on-5 here. And also
The
thing
bear
is,
has a moon shards now, by the way. This is the value. I'm on my way down mid. Let me see what I can buy from the side shop.
it's a
Okay.
good item on him. Being able to get that attack speed
He
up,
does not
more
have a
roots,
resummon, though.
more damage.
That's a concern.
Definitely.
Does he have a TP scroll to give it?
You know what that was? It was Heaven's Halberd on the Sven, I think, throughout that was keeping them alive.
Yeah, his BKB is only 5 seconds. And the Brood as well just actually did some decent damage there, surprisingly enough.
I mean, the upgrade that you got from Insatiable Hunger now giving an extra 120 damage off the back of it is pretty substantial. You've also got, you know, obviously Incapacity and Bite, getting the mischance off of that and the move slow. It's all really good in terms of the right click. She's been continuously buffed there. And now ready to push on in.
50, 40 seconds without Thor. They're going to have to do this without their beastly Norse god up in front. 1437 has one global available.
Look at this bear!
They're going to sacrifice Mega Creeps,
Oh my
potentially.
God.
Cloud9, I don't think they have a choice about this. They have to wait for Ritsu. He's too important to their damage output, but that is a third lane of Brax's. Brax BKBs commits. They do drop the wall, trying to engage the curse there as well. Z-Freak going to go down Swindle. He's in a bit of danger, but they have the Lotus Orbs. That allows them to retreat, cleaving his way through. MJW cleans up the racks. Now they just want to eject, get the hell out. Sven's about to be back, and Cloud9
Just gotta go. Like,
potentially about to go all in right now.
there's no other option. Quick shot the base and just go to the
Buyback
other side.
counter. Let's see. Dyer has 2 on the supports, and Brax, the only real carry to currently have a buyback on call, and MSS will purchase now.
If you go down here as well, you're not going to have root for another 80 seconds. So there's definitely a possibility here. They don't have to worry too much about the other lanes. They're not crazy pushed out right now for the Dire. I think that they definitely have a chance. Going to smoke up. Maybe just for that extra movement speed even potentially.
Somebody's off farming the jungle right now. Not sure if Zizzy realizes the urgency of the situation. Does have a teleport scroll ready. Cloud9, they are fighting into a glyph. 57 minutes in. God, look how close this game has been. Crazy back and forth. At times, it's felt like one team had all the momentum, but
Is he going just for...
They're gonna go
quick
for Mega
megas?
Creeps.
Quick megas?
they're going to try for the Megas here. Bane's going to buy
They
back.
have glyph.
Glyph is available. Do they commit it now? They do.
He didn't pop God Strength.
Oh, he's saving it.
Nice.
Ice
That's
Blast a
smart.
whiff. That's big.
Really good.
Ritsu could go ham.
He's going to be able to do it. No God Strength yet. He's saving it for a fight.
No, he just popped it.
It's up now.
Okay, now he's got to go. He's got to hit him hard. So that's going to be megas, right?
He is held in place now.
inside-
They have the Fiend Script available.
Oh
There
my
is
God,
no
they're getting
global.
Are they
back
not
door.
going to get it?
They're
There's
getting
no
back door.
global. They're going to lose Ritsu. The rack's so incredibly low. One more chop. He gets the job done. But it cost them the Sven again, and the creeps are in the base. Into the
they're
throat.
good.
Zizzy's going for it. He might just get it to Shackle for Brax, hanging on for dear life. Zizzy low. Back. They
got it.
He's done.
Oh.
And he's out for 95, though he does have a buyback. Ritsu dead. Everybody spam your buybacks. It's time to rumble. But the bear has all the items, I do believe. A measly Heaven's Halberd and Tranquil Boots. But by the time he gets down mid, the bear will be up and Sven will be dead for 30.
Oh, it's going to be close. All right. All right. This is it. Are they going to be able to make it across in time?
They smoke in front of a Radiant Creep Wave because they're just so damn eager to get going. And now they swing through the south lane. Complexity. 59 minutes in. Can you believe it?
Do they have wall?
They've got Megas.
They need everything.
They've got no refresher.
Wall.
Silencer will have the double global, though.
That's big. That's big.
And by the time they get here, Sven might be up again. They need to go quickly find a pick before everybody gets into position.
W's there, but they're not going to be able to get the catch. Look at Bane. Oh, couldn't get
Brax blinks in, wants to run. Z-Freak with a nice setup there. The sleep to go. And
Oh!
No.
But they have no wall.
Uh-oh.
And the silence.
They're going
is
for it.
the
They're
first one.
limping at
Oh!
the throne.
There's a second global, but they can't stop the right click. It's
Oh,
over.
complexity! What a godly play. Screw
my
the
God.
heroes. Screw the damage. We're going for the jugular. And Cloud9.
So close.
Remnants of the old legacy left by Eternal Envy and friends.
How did they get away with such a greedy start to this game?
They wanted it so bad.
They just lost a triple Midas Radiance Battle Fury Rush, and they probably don't feel too good about it right now.
The Sven was doing so much damage throughout the whole course of that. The itemization, though, was just great. Being able to pick up those Lotus Orbs to deal with the fact that they were keeping them in place.
The halberd, too.
The Halberd as well. Just really great itemization and solid, solid play by Complexity.
That was game one, guys.
Oh, I
This
wonder
is
if
a best of three. Or best
Cloud9
of
didn't
two.
relax too much there at the end.
I feel like they didn't make any huge blunders. I mean,
Was the big tipping point that fight on bottom lane where they
Where
kind of
Ritsu
explained
died.
everything
Yeah,
and
that
then
was
they
the big
dived?
tipping point.
Yeah, it was hard.
Jeez.
there were definitely things they could have done differently. Ice Blast really hurt them. Maybe in retrospect, they should have gotten a pipe. They only had one Glimmer Cape against the Ice Blast, but the Satanic did not seem like a great choice that game. An Abyssal Blade may have been a better option. or just something that
A refresher.
an extra dataless refresher would have been good for the double god strength, but it's easy to nitpick here. Ultimately, Complexity played a hell of a game with a greedy start that
Tenacious,
ultimately
man.
paid off. They are scrappy.
Yeah.
They are scrappy.
Never say die.
Never give up.
I can appreciate that in a Dota team. I don't know.
I am pumped, man. This is just the beginning of American Dota. American qualifiers are gonna be a hell of a fun if this is our